Thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run now with Ware. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Brand 38.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Here's Hunt trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
the 50, it's Smith. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd and 10 here.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Ohio.
Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, Watson caught left side, Hopkins. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. Uses the stiff arm. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watson now to throw. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Let's go.
Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Mike Purcell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23. complete, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here's Smith now on second down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. He's at the 40. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for KC. 49 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
Let's go!
To throw on second is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On On second down, here's Miller. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
On the run, this is Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Zach Cunningham in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Past the 20. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And the first carry for the former Clemson Tigers, C.J. Spiller. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give to Spiller. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here we go.
Watson on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
Come on, let's go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Flushed out right. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Come on, let's go. White,
They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
Watson on third down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touch. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out?
And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. A spin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Come on, let's go, Ohio! Flex round!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
To throw on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Watson. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Here we go.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Bruce Ellington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Smith. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Smith now to throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A very solid gain of 27. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To the air again, Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First down, Watson, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Setting up the screen for Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go. What?
Off of play action, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Back to throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now out comes Houston. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw on second down, Watson. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
Watson now on third down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now a first down throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Now it's Watson, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Watson to throw on third down. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson on first down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Come on, let's go.
Again, it's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Watson looks to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Chiefs, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. That'll do it for us. For Charles.